not only going to get yourself some launch pads as well. So this is the place to be, especially if you want to guarantee your loadout. And you stick around just to get back to the lobby. Not much you can do there. You catch one pick, maybe you get a point for your leaderboard, basically. But even then, his battle to lose.
You have to hope it's like a solo, otherwise, you know, they're just going to get picked back up almost immediately. It's a tough spot to be in. But yeah, you're saying early game in Tilted has such a refined loot pool. The trade-off of not being able to build, or in some people's mindsets, not having to build, because you know that you can just focus on gun skill and accuracy, is such a big factor in building up an early loot. Just the early loot game is so it's huge here. Like
it's actually crazy
feels like crazy. Everybody's going to come out stacked with a good set of materials. In fact, just because you can pick up all that stuff out of the chest and off of every elimination. If you do get challenged here, it's arguably one of the better spots to drop right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, imagine a game where one of these guys bring that double barrel out of Tilted Town, because there are some rules in play where the double barrel shotgun only spawns in Tilted, but you can even take the weapons out of the place as well. And
third time's a charm. There we go.
I was gonna say he's having a little bit of a struggle there, trying to get up and over.
He's got to track down that space bar. It runs away sometimes. Unless they're playing on controller, I guess. My apologies, controller gang. Love you.
If anything, Controller Gang has the best movement we've seen so far. These guys can go 360 on the.
Clearly, you don't watch my stream, Monster. I appreciate it though. Yeah.
But all right, now we're looking at Happy Hamlet here. A little bit of a standoff. Moon, Minzu, and Kinji here have that high ground. There's 3 teams here.
The prediction from 4 of the 5 of us, one of the players, Klops, going down in the feet up top there. You hate to see that.
And if I had to guess, I actually did a Middle Eastern VOD review. They landed towards Junction, so they must have had some kind of problems over at Haunted Hills, but we'll talk about that in just a bit here, as Kenji uses a valuable shockwave to try and take the high ground here, and he is going to get chipped just a little bit. Such a nice pinch going on right here, and this is one of our newer competitive regions, so you know, a little bit of catch up, right, to catch up to the rest of the competitive scene per se. I
wouldn't even say that, honestly, because some of these players are so good, Monster. I mean, we've even watched each other grow very quickly playing the game just from watching these competitive experiences. You have opportunities like this. Look at that. Kinji immediately flicks up, gets the knockdown info, who's trying to shockwave from, over the top. But you have to understand, these players in the Middle East region have been asking for their own region for quite a long time, so you know they've been watching the competitive experience between all these other regions. That kind of learning has to have happened big time.
That was a filthy little ramp edit right there to catch AZ2M, and yeah, that's what I wanted to touch on, is that they were held back for so long because of the ping differences, right?
Yep.
But now having their own region, a lot of it has, you know, a lot of these players have found a little bit of remedy in that factor as well. So good for them. We see new faces come up and have their moment. Pretty much catch a little highlight here today.
Kinji picking up the revive right there on Minzu. Knock from the middle of that fight. If your team only suffers a single knockdown, you pick up those 3 eliminations, I'd say that's 100% worth it. Those bubble shields in rotation out. Team moving up on top of the hill.
Not lucky landing. He was actually hit with a little headshot right there, ripped apart all of his shield. Now forced only down to bandages, and this is a battle that they have to take on their heels here. And I like what they're doing. They're backing up as a squad, trying to use this time to also gather some mats in the process. This team is not letting up. You have the NL squad right here, Nella, Easy, and Saya Zine right here, or Saya's Ren, excuse me, and they're coming in with a push. They're still fully shielded up for the most part.
They'll get the ultimate high ground right now. Gonna have to fight out one player all the way at the top. Shots coming from the third party right there. Looks like a teammate trying to knock down that build as they're pushing up. Side, ultimate high ground, looking down from above. Little explode from underneath. Gonna have to build against that. Waiting for the peak shot. Look at the timing on that. Very last second before getting to the pyramid. Gets a ton of big shots. Look at the last one. There it is. Finds the knock on Izzy. They have the advantage at this point. Picks up that elimination up to 125 total HP. Nella gets knocked. Wild Gamer picking up that elimination. And an RPG in there is going to be huge. Tack shotgun shots back to back. Finds the third one. And that is a solid 3 eliminations for Psy. Wild Gamer making it up for the loss of silence down there in the bottom left corner.
Fighting on the heels right there, and they turn that battle around. Very well done. Not Sai, I've actually had the pleasure with, I'm pretty sure, talking as I've, browsed around the Middle Eastern region. So good to see him pulling up and performing here, as they now are pretty much clear, and they have the zone. They're in the clear, they have the zone, they can get this revive off. So Silence is going to be able to come back in the game as he gets hit up on the reboot van.
Huge value. That being said, the inventory of Sai has 2 green tactical shotguns in there with some bandages, AR, and that TAC SMG. Lucky landing, looking like it is calm at this point. A lot of builds, but no competition left down here as this trio is going to be able to pick back up, potentially finish looting up down here, farm any materials they can get out of it. They're in the safe zone. Circle still has 38 seconds before it closes, so they're not feeling too much pressure in any way right now. We'll have to see where the next circle goes. This is a good opportunity for them to build up a good buffer, materials, healing, any leftover loot that might be down here, and make their way onto the next safe zone without much issue. Meanwhile, Suber